Hello everybody, this is Sakura Diesel and welcome to my brand new Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda for the NES. Now some of you might be thinking to yourself, Sakura, didn't you already do The Legend of Zelda for the NES? Why, actually yes, I did. For those who are not aware, I did do the original Legend of Zelda for the NES back on my, back on the gaming channel, I think like a year ago I believe. And I did hint at the end that I may or may not do the second quest of this game, and I also hint that it may or may not be a blind Let's Play. Well, basically, I did the second quest a little bit after I completed the first quest on my own, and I've beaten it 4 times. Actually, the 4th time I just beaten it recently to get ready for this LP. So basically, yeah, it's not going to be a blind Let's Play. It's going to be, you know, another Let's Play where I kind of know what I'm doing, but I still might, you know, make a mistake here or two. But anyway, let's get into the game, and I'll let you know how this is going. Alright, so as you can see right here, is that there are actually 2 ways for you to to actually do the second quest in The Legend of Zelda. I'm going to show you one of them. I'm going to delete this one for now. But basically, one of the ways you can enter the second quest is if you beat the first quest. And once you beat the first quest, you will get a white sword right next to Link, implicating that you can actually do the second quest now. The second way to do it is if you put in the name Zelda, and bada bing, you're actually automatically in the second quest. You can skip the first quest altogether. So we're going to go in right now. So the way that this is going to work is that, much like the first quest of The Legend of Zelda, I still have my overhead map I got from the internet and everything with me to help me out just in case if I, you know, get lost here and there, which might not happen as much, but it still might happen, you never know. As for the dungeon maps, so I'm going to try my best to not look up a walkthrough for the dungeons and try to do them on my own with the in-game map and such. If it ever does get to a point where, like, you know, I'm actually really, you know, lost and don't know where to go, then I'll look up the, look up the dungeon map online real quick and everything. But basically how this is going to work, also much like in the last Legend of Zelda part, each episode is going to end on me completing a dungeon, with maybe the exception of the first episode. I still don't know what how I want to end off the very first episode of this. I don't know if I want to end off on me, you know, getting the last item I need before I do the first dungeon, or if I want to end off on the first dungeon. So probably what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to record all the way till I get to the end of the first dungeon and then decide what I want to do and such. So the first episode may come up either Saturday or Sunday, just depending and everything. You guys will probably know once that day comes and such. But pretty much after Dungeon 1, all parts will be, you know, ending off on me completing each dungeon. So this video might be ending off in 9 or 10 parts. And it will go on the original Legend of Zelda part. So technically, by the time this is over, both the first quest and second quest will technically 8 bombs, any of those. Both the first quest and second quest will take me at least maybe 20 parts in terms of, you know, both quests from each game. You know what, I'm gonna run away right now because I actually got what I needed, so let's try to get away as best we can. Alright, so I did get the items as what I needed. The items in here, some of them are actually in different places from the first quest. Like, there are some shops where they're actually in a different location from the first quest, but other items such as, you know, the 2 heart containers from the first quest are still in the second quest. And I'll show you where those are. Some shops are in the same location, and actually there's one dungeon in particular that is in the same location from the first quest. And in this game, basically, the rubies are actually, you know, the rubies that you get from the moblins and such when you, like, bomb the walls or burn the bushes and everything. They're actually very limited in the second quest. I do mean very limited. So basically what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be exploring the money-making game, and basically since I'm playing on the emulator, I get to do a save state. I don't care if this is cheating or not. I'm using this as a fast way to try to get more money as best as I can. I'll still use the secrets though, so don't worry. I'm not gonna be, you know, I'm gonna try not to use this too much, just at least for the first dungeon, because after that, rubies won't be that much of an issue, to be honest, once I get the blue ring. Alright, So basically, like I said, what I'm going to be doing right now is just getting at least 3 items I would actually like to get from this game before I start the first dungeon. Because unlike in... Oh, I died. Oh well. Unlike in the first quest of Legend of Zelda, you cannot get the white sword before entering your first dungeon. So you need to beat a dungeon in order to get your white sword. Because in here, there's only one heart container that is available to you at this point, and it's all the way in the cemetery. So before I do that, I want to at least get you know, the candle as well first, as well as the magical shield before I do anything. So let's get the blue candle. And the magical shield is also in the same place. I'm gonna need some rubies though. Like I said, there are some secret moblin places that are in the same place, so that's also pretty good. And also, the items in here, especially the warp whistle, are going to be more useful. Like, you actually really do need these, not just for the dungeons, but for the overworld as well. As you'll see why once we get to certain parts. And basically what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a lot more cutting too, at least in terms of the overworld, because... basically, we've pretty much seen everything there is into this game from the first quest. So basically, if you want to know where to get to certain place and everything, just check out the first quests I did on the Legend of Zelda playlist, and you'll probably know how to get to certain places. Alright, so I'm gonna go and explore the money glitch real quick, and I'll meet you guys back to when I get the big shield, so give me a few quick minutes. Alright, I got enough money I need to get the magical shield, so let's go get that real quick, and then we'll get ourselves a heart container. So yeah, I will say this though, last time I did play The Legend of Zelda, I think I mentioned that I sort of agree with everyone on how cryptic the game could be. And it can make some people either love the game or hate the game. Personally, and I think this might be just because, you know, I actually look at the map and now know where everything is in the game. But I actually do find this game a little bit more fun now that I realize it and everything. I actually really do love, I realize that I actually love how, you know, creative and imaginative this world is. At least for NES standards. Like, for NES standards, you know, this is actually, you know, pretty impressive and everything. I really do have to give props to Miyamoto and Nintendo for really making this game what it is and everything. Like, it's bright, colorful, and in a way, I actually do like the fact that it lets, you know, people explore at their own pace. Like, you know, it's not really gonna punish them, you know, for not going where the game wants you to go and such. Now, admittedly, there are some moments where, like, you know, this game does actually want you to go at a certain way that the game wants you to, and everything. But at the same time, it's not really the case. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of those where, like, you know, you're not really punished for not following the game's order, but at the same time, you sometimes are, depending on, like, you know, the gameplay itself and trying to progress through the game naturally, if that makes any sense. But yeah, like I said, looking back, playing this game now and everything, I actually do have a lot more appreciation for this game than I had when I first played it. And it actually does make me pretty excited to try the other Legend of Zelda games. Which actually I will say, after I am done with my next RPG Summer, which again is coming up in May 18th, I will be doing Legend of Zelda 2 for the NES, so look forward to that when that time comes. But anyway, here's where we get our 4th heart container for this. And like I said, this is the only heart container you can get before reaching the first dungeon. So pretty much, the first dungeon you have to do it with the wooden sword, no exceptions. Unless, you know, any glitch people out there can find a glitch to where you can get the white sword without getting 5 hearts, then good for you. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to make it through the first dungeon without dying. And I'll also see if I can get some hearts. Alright, so let's get to the first dungeon already. And then I'll explain what I'm going to be doing for each dungeon in this game. Alright. I'm not going to bother with the moblins just yet until I get the white sword. And actually, I also just realized too, even the Master Sword, you can't get, well, is it a yeah, it's the Master Sword. You can't get the Master Sword just yet until after you complete a 5th dungeon. So again, that's also a little different from the first quest, where in the first quest you get it before the 5th dungeon. Here you had to get it after the 5th dungeon. Alright, I want to see if I can get some hearts. Any heart? Give me a heart. Nope. Alright. Alright, let's go. As long as we're here, might as well burn some bush too and get some extra rubies. Alright, right here, the bush from the first quest is still the same as it was in the first quest. I think I made a mistake. Yeah, hold on. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, here we are. Some of this. Alright. Alright, so here we are, first dungeon. Oop. I think I might actually lose all my lives. Alright. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing for every dungeon is that for every dungeon I'm going to get the dungeon required item, which in this one is just the boomerang. I'm also going to be getting the map and the compass as well for every dungeon too. So I'll try my best to get all 3 of those items in each dungeon before I fight the boss dungeon, and yeah, I am gonna be dead. Alright. The stopwatch, that's when I need it the most. Excuse me. Alright, like I said, if I keep dying too much on these dungeons, then I will start cutting to when, which I just died right now, I will cut to when I actually, make some progress. So, if it gets to be too much, but right now, everything is gonna be in one recording so far. Alright, so let's try it again. We already got the keys. Alright, we'll see if they at least try to give me a heart. Nothing, alright. Alright, I think the scout bows has the compass, if I remember right. Okay. So far, so good. Over here. Yep, there's a compass. Alright. Also, I should mention too that the dungeon maps are all the dungeon maps are very different from the first quest as well. And as you can see, yeah, some enemies are a lot different. As you just saw the scalpels, they now shoot the swords. Actually, I don't really need to go over there. They don't really drop anything. But I could use a heart, so yeah. Alrighty, let's just go. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Actually, I think there was a key down there that I do need to get, so... Alright, yep, died again. Alrighty, try again. But yeah, actually, I just realized I need to get the compass again. Shoot, alright. But yeah, as I said, the dungeon maps are all different as well. Some enemies are a little more stronger as well than they were in the first quest. I want to try to at least get a full fletch of hearts. Alrighty. You know what I'm gonna do is save right here. Okay, I think they actually do drop a key, so I think I do need them. Let me check. Damn it. Alright. You. Okay, I'm gonna give this a few more tries. I got a fairy, I'll take that. Damn it. Oh, no, it's just... Well, alright, I do need some bombs, so let's take those. Alright, let's go. Alright, I do know that the map is right over here, though. And we don't have any boomerangs, so we're actually going to need the swords. Actually, we do need the bombs, too, so... Because we have our Dodongo. Actually, a mini-boss in... Oh, we got him. Good. A mini-boss in the first dungeon, which actually did not happen in the first quest. And yeah, there's the map. And as you can see, we have the letter E as our dungeon, dungeon for this one. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's go get the, boomerang, and we'll get the Triforce, and then we'll be good. Now there are also some new features added in the second quest for the dungeons, which we'll get to when we get to them. Because the very next dungeon features one of those new features as well. Okay, so we need to go all the way down here. Now theoretically, I could have gotten this item way beforehand, which I probably should have, but whatever. I'm gonna save state right here, and let's go in. I'm gonna save that card in case I lose. And I got it anyway. Alright, I think I just got the, yep, I got the boomerang. Actually, I need to bomb the wall first. Alright, let's bomb this wall. And head up. You know what, maybe I just might make this, whole part into just me, completing the first dungeon, because it's not gonna be that long anyway. Especially when we get to editing. So, it looks like you might actually get this, episode out in, Sunday, April 7th, instead of the, 6th. Which, it's okay. Because I do know we are gonna complete this game at least, it looks like we might complete it at the first week of May, from the looks of it. Damn it. Alrighty. Well, like I said, if I die, then I'll just cut back to, the last room I was in. Alright, now for these ones, the bubbles are back, and for these ones, we need to destroy some, wall masters in order to get the key. I'm actually not looking forward to one of the enemies that we do have to, that is going to be part of the second quest. And anyone who's played the second quest will probably know what I'm talking about. Come on. At least I don't make you drop your lives, but it is pretty annoying to have to, actually don't pick that up. Okay. Alright, there we go, not bad. Alright, all we gotta do is bomb a wall, and then we're good. Get in. Alright, there's nothing in this room, so don't bother with these guys. And go. Alright, so we got Augmentus, just like in the first quest. Whoop. Alrighty. Alright, and with that, that's gonna be it for episode 1 of The Legend of Zelda. Alright, so I hope you guys are excited for me completing the second quest as much as I am. Like I said, if you thought this was just harder than the first quest, you haven't seen nothing yet. We are just getting started, folks. Alright, but until then, this will be Sakura Diesel saying thank you all for watching. If you guys are excited for this series, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more episodes of Legend of Zelda Second Quest, or any of your other favorite games, hit that subscribe button as well. And don't forget, if you guys got any games you want me to try out, list them in the comments on either YouTube or on my Facebook page. And if you guys like movie and TV show reviews, check out my main channel where I mostly do that. Alright, so till then, this will be Sakura Diesel saying thank you all for watching, and next time we come back, we are going to be doing Dungeon 2 of The Legend of Zelda next weekend. Take care, everybody.